New at 6, high school soccer season begins this month, and it's just one of many sports right now that can cause serious knee injuries for student athletes.
That's right, and in fact, surgeons say they're seeing more teens and even younger than that with ACL tears these days. CBS 12's Lauren Hills has more on what may be causing this and also some advice that can help your children prevent this serious injury.
What's up, Doc?
18-year-old soccer player Greg Otero has been at the doctors a lot recently. A few months ago, he injured his knee while playing a pickup game.
I collapsed. I was screaming for my dad's name, and immediately my knees got really swollen. It got really swollen, and I tried to extend it, and it was just like shaking.
He ultimately got an MRI, which confirmed an ACL injury.
First 2 weeks, every day I would just cry from how bad the pain was.
He had the surgery, and then rehab began.
Show me this one. Almost the same.
His surgeon, Dr. Jonathan Hersch, says Otero is making good progress, but it's an injury that can take at least several months to come back from.
There are certainly athletes trying to go back to sports earlier than that. Some are successful, most have problems. So I give a range of 6 to 9 months, but there are some that take more than a year.
A lot of people think that ACL injuries mainly only happen to college or professional athletes, but that's not always the case. I did mine when I was 15 years old, and Dr. Hersch says it's happening even younger these days.
We're having younger kids playing those higher risk sports early on, soccer, football, tackle football, starting at 6, 7, 8 years old.
That makes surgery and the recovery process more challenging, but there are some things that can reduce the chance of the injury for all athletes. Work with a trainer who specifies in a certain sport, use speed and agility coaches to help with running, jumping, and landing techniques, and be sure to wear the right type of shoes. Otero says that may have played a factor in his case because he was playing on turf.
I was wearing the wrong type of cleats, and my heel just got stuck in the turf, and I recommend to wear the right type of cleats.
Despite the setback, he's now making a comeback and aiming to play in college. Lauren Hills, CBS 12 News.
Now, if you're not an athlete trying to get back to a sport, or maybe you just have a mild activity level, you may not need surgery if you tear your ACL, but be sure, of course, to speak to your doctor about all of your options.
Time now for a look at